Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you Wednesday, February the 5th. The year's 2020. Let's talk trading. What is it for? Yeah, like war. What is it good for, right? Trading. What is it for? Have you ever really thought about it? I mean, usually most people go into trading to make money. But what is trading really for? It's something that it goes just maybe a tad bit deeper than just making money for your account. But most people don't think about that. But there's more to that question. When you sit down at trading, what is it for? I mean, okay, you're to make money, but why? Are you trying to do this full time? Are you looking to do this full time? Are you doing it full time? Are you interested in the game of it to try and beat it? Is it entertaining? Are you looking for long term? You really need to be clear on that. And then when you look at your charts, I mean, what is it for? Is there a reason you're looking at that particular instrument on that particular chart with those particular indicators? I mean, what are those indicators for? Is it to tell you something? Is it to tell you to do something? Is it to prevent you from doing something? You have to drill down on each and every little piece. And if you don't know what it's for, then why do you have it in the first place? Why are you doing it in the first place? Why are you using it in the first place? I mean, very simple question. And if you can't answer it in 25 words or less, then most likely, I think you might have a problem. You might need to rethink what it is you're doing and why you're doing it. So, I hope that gives you pause for thought. Take some time to ponder those answers. And if you like, hey, share them with me in the comments. I'd like to hear them. Okay. So, for example, our risk management, what is it for? So we don't lose any more on one particular trade than we're willing to lose. You guys knew I would segue into that, right? Because you know it happens every day. So we definitely know what the risk management is for. There's no question. And that should be true of everything you do in trading and pretty much in life. So, boys and girls, fellow traders, as always, these videos are for educational purposes only, and your results may differ from mine. Okay? And you should know by now that trading is very risky and you can lose all your money. Serious business. It's your money. So, that being said, if you seek financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, seek it from an accredited financial professional. Somebody who has a certificate hanging on the wall, probably in a glass frame, that shows that they're an accredited financial professional. That way, if you lose your money, you know you got your advice from an accredited financial professional rather than some guy with a funny name who puts out YouTube videos, or you read something on the internet or something in your email inbox, or you see an ad on TV, or something comes in the snail mail. So anyway, disclaimers out of the way. Looking here at the weekly chart, we still have some gaps that haven't filled. Look at this, close to open, minus 447, minus 291. Some big moves off the open. To the upside, we've got some nice moves, like look at dollar yen, 143. Look at Aussie yen, 161. Did I say $1.43? I meant 143 pips. Anyway, and you can see here we broke out of last week's high, 56 pips to the good. And the yearly open, hey, we crossed that at 110 pips. And let's just put up the euro here, 213 pips below. Now, remember, boys and girls, there's probably couple of weeks ago, I had mentioned this big green candle right here. And I said, look for price to return to the open, because see, there was this big green candle here and price return in the open. I said, just look for that to happen. And lo and behold, it happened. So that's what I like to look for. You see this big green candle here? I look for price to return to the open, and look what happened. Now, you see this big red candle? So let's play a little, place your bets that price returns to 1.104, let's call it 1044 on the euro dollar. And we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Okay? And on the new beast, 368 pips off that open and 372 off the yearly high. So we're right about the halfway point between the open and the high. But once again, looking at these big green candles and looking for price to return. Breakout happened yesterday, so there was no breakout today. But notice it did break out of that upper wick zone, which we'll see shortly. Putting in a new H1 highest open, even though this is the weekly buy zone. We're nowhere near the weekly buy zone here. But let's see. Let's look at the euro. Nowhere near it. And let's look at the new beast. Nowhere near it. But I think if we went back to where was it? Okay, right here. Weekly. Do we have anybody near the? Yes, we do. New Zealand USD is near its weekly open. As I wait for the computer history to load, we sit here and ponder. Okay, here we go. New Zealand, US dollar. See, the chart had to load all the New Zealands. And we're right here in the weekly buy zone. And looking at New Zealand dollar, and you can see we're above. Monthly inside bar. We are in the monthly inside bar right here. So the monthly inside bar happened 1 month ago. The weekly inside bar happened 7 weeks ago, and the daily inside bar happened 18 days ago. Notice it tried to break out of that low here and then bounce back. I'm trying to switch back here to dollar yen. And we're trying to hit that inside bar of 10 days ago. We broke out of the weekly inside bar 7 weeks ago, 14 pips to the good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs over 100. There's the monthly H1 highest open happened this hour right here. Pulling off of that high. Notice we missed that pivot. 101.19, call it 0.20199. We missed it. Red rats, get ready to feast. Notice here we had a red rat reversal. Green candle closes, red candle closes, goes short at the low of that red candle. Picked up a few pips, but price failed to get out of the zone. So you need to take profit when you can. Now, as far as the weekly, we're approaching weekly R3, monthly R1. So look for a reversal in this area, especially now since we missed the daily pivot. And you can see here we've got a missed pivot right here. Looking to take out the, looks like it wants to take out the 91. It's only 10 pips away. But notice here, this big green bar, see how price returned once again to that open. This big red bar, price returned to that open. That's all about price returning. It just seems, price just seems to want to do that. As you can see here, we opened between 50 and 60 and price didn't stay there. Got all the way down to 30 and up to the 80. So you can pretty much just say, hey, if it opens between these two lines, it's not staying there. You can trade the breakout, but just remember, videos for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. In and out of the wick zone a couple of times to the upside. You can see here one nice horizontal break over the previous day's high. As far as the Einstein line, since once again I was switching charts, you can see here looking maybe for a breakout to the upside, though at this level I would only look to the downside. Not enough information on the tick since it's a live chart. We went through the weekly upper ATR zone right here. So once again, this is looking to reverse 153 pips of the weekly range. Average is 124. I would say look for a reversal, but anything can happen. So trade what you see. You see the horizontal line crosses. You can take those trades. Higher high, higher low, once again on the daily and on the weekly. Let's see, we've got open lines. I thought I had switched this back yesterday. I thought for sure I had turned that back. Maybe not. So looking here, you see the highs and lows that need to be taken out by price as it moves. So it just for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, it's been putting in higher lows and they haven't been taken out. So, fellow traders, that's it for today. Just remember to ask yourself, what is it for? And if you can't answer that question, you might have to consider why you have it in the first place. So, remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this video all over the internet.